everyone, Serious Blue here, back again with another tarot reading. This one is has been brought to you via Anonymous on Etsy. So thank you so much for booking a reading over there. You guys can book personal readings over there too. And we do tarot live streams, so if you're interested in pre-booking because of time differences, then you can do that on Etsy as well. Or it's just another way that you can book for those instead of joining us when we're actually live. You can also book them while we're live too, but you know, it's just a new thing. I wanted to let you know that was there. So let's get into the Mamamoo tarot reading. This one specifically is for Hwasa, but I will go into at the end, in addition to the questions that were asked specifically about her, a little extra on the group. So let's get into it. All right. Hello. So this is the Darkwood Tarot. I have a few other decks next to me. I'm not sure if we'll use any of them, but they're there just in case. All right, so 2022. Essentially, what does 2022 have in store for her in all aspects? So like love, career. Okay. Just give it a good shuffle. Okay, ooh. A little bit of glare. Here we go. So, personal career. I've kind of split this up into two for her. You can get some oracle cards. This is the spellcasting oracle deck as well. So let's pull some of these. Okay, I'll kind of bring them up as we get into it. Okay. First of all, wow, this light is very glary. Okay. It's fine, it doesn't look too glary for you. Just checking. So, her personal life, you've got Page of Cups. Sometimes that's an apology. It's Pisces associated, doesn't have to be. You've got, yeah. I feel like this is essentially an apology, but it's not enough to rectify a situation. So this could be someone towards her. It's possible it's her towards someone else, but essentially it's just showing up as an offer or a message of atonement, but it's like an apology that's a non-apology, if that makes sense. You know how someone's like, oh, I don't remember that, but I'm sorry, you know, if that happened. Oh, I'm so sorry if I did that. It's kind of, it's like that, you know, so that's frustrating. We've got, yeah, Ten of Swords reversed. So this is essentially being like she's over it. I'm done being upset about the situation, that Five of Cups. Because when an apology about what seems to be a difficult situation where someone's not actually taking accountability, could be family, could be friends, could be, you know, romance or otherwise, because this is personal life, remember. So, but that doesn't always necessarily mean it's going to be romantic. It's separated from work. So someone who she had a close relationship with essentially coming back around to apologize, but it just ends up opening old wounds because she's like, I've gotten over this. You know, I've risen from the ashes, that Phoenix Rising, the Ten of Swords reverse, because it's not like a finality of it. It's when it's this way, it's like, oh, it's over, the breakup, we're moving on, I'm, you know, a separation of friendship or family, and no longer, you're not looking back. This is like a opening of old wounds, like I was saying. And the oracles that I had here was talented, like talent and well-being. I'm not sure if it's gonna focus. So it could be someone who didn't believe in her talent, or who, I feel like with this energy and this, it's someone who comes across as, oh, I'm doing this for your own good, I was worried about you, but they're not actually worried about her. It's very selfish and manipulative, but to everyone else around them, it may come across like, oh, but they're just, you know, it'd be a situation like, oh, but that's your mother, they love you. Even if it's, you know, not necessarily strictly mother, could be, like I said, other relationships, but, yeah. It's like, no, they don't. Their apology has nothing to back up the apology. It's not sincere. All it does is reopen these old wounds, and then she's like, oh god, now I'm like miserable about this again. However, because I feel like in an ideal world, it'd be like, yeah, I would love for us to get along. I'd love for for us to be able to move forward and progress in a happy, healthy way. And to do that, though, we have to address the elephant in the room, and the person with the apology is not addressing the elephant in the room. So they're not dealing with the issue. It seems to come more from outside of her, out of her control. So, yeah, not so great. However, the Two of Cups is behind her here with the Five of Cups. So it's like, while you're focusing on this stuff not working out, you still have good things there, good relationships backing you up and around her. So that's it. That's a good thing, especially when it comes to her career. She's very talented. Again, going back to the Oracle cards, it's like, yeah, she is talented. Her well-being is important. This person is using that as a facade in order to further their own agenda or their own like relationship with her. I'm not sure if it's about control. It could definitely be about boundaries, because that was on the bottom there. So you've got boundaries, and strength is reversed. So somebody pretending, and she is a Leo, so strength. At least that's what I've been told from the Etsy thing. So I'm going to assume that's correct. But that, yeah, even if it wasn't, Leo energy's there. So yes, yeah. Essentially, it could be like, oh, poor me, I'm innocent, I could never do that, you know. That's what it reads as, that kind of person. So ick. It's not like I want to see this type of energy in readings. It's what comes up comes up. You're not going to see everything. We have so much going on in our lives, right? But this is the dominant energy that's shown up for personal life. So that's kind of the main thing. Dealing with the loose ends of a situation that had already been finalized. That could have been some time in between this finality. She's, you know, set boundaries with this person. They just, I don't know, they feel like a kind of a leech. It's not. Maybe we should get the Dark Mirror Oracle, because I used to use that a lot in cave up readings. Let me just hope I don't glitch out too much. Can you get it? Yeah? Oh, alright. Look at me! I'm so still. I'm perfection. The perfection? No. I'm I can pretend to be a statue. A statue. I'm a statue. Yes. Don't mind me being a mime. It's fine. Okay, Dark Mirror Oracle. It's only a small deck, but it's a good one. Not for everyone, though. Yeah, Queen of My Own World. She's in a really good position of power. Perhaps this is a powerful woman as well who she's dealing with. They do come across as like mother energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be mother. Taurus and Cancers remind me of that. You know, mummy. Especially Taurus. Finding your true self. Yeah, so this is somebody who's very two-faced. One way with her, another way, so with other people. So if it's a family member, again, it's different behind closed doors. The facade is very important to this person. So it's keeping up appearances. If it's a business relationship or personal relationship, it would be someone who, you know, in front of the camera, very kind, caring, you know, affectionate, says and does all the right things, but is completely different than behind the scenes. That's not looking like her energy. It's more the other person, whoever they are. You've got Queen of My Own World, so that a little bit narcissistic, not diagnosing anyone, but you know, that's the energy. Which I don't know if you picked up on what we were saying, but it sounds like it to me anyway. Even if that card didn't show up, forgetting oneself. Artificial heart. Yeah, they don't really care. This person probably makes out like they're really upset, you offended me. They don't really care. They don't really have her best interests at heart. She already knows this. We've already dealt with this before, like I said. The situation that had already been dealt with, and it's trying to like re-emerge to possibly take advantage of her. And I feel like there's going to be a bit of projection here with this person claiming that she is, Hwasa is, you're selfish, you're egotistical, you're like they may even say that she's narcissistic, or it's like the projection. And like, no, I'm the innocent party. She's the one who's doing all these things. There's also a lot of red energy. Which is a very powerful color. So they don't like that she's in control. This person's a little bit delusional, and yes, they don't like her being independent and not doing what they are telling her to do. So great, wonderful. We don't need to look at this anymore. Yeet off you. Okay, so in terms of career, I mean, we can have a little bit of a look and specifically be like, what's a nice thing that's happening for her, you know? Personally. I suppose the nice thing was the Two of Cups behind her. Yeah, she's got people backing her up that support her, who do understand the situation for what it is. You may not be able to speak publicly about it, but at least there is support there for her personally, privately. I'm not sure if that'll be a public thing or not. It's not likely to be, but it could resurface at some point. I mean, if this person behaves like that around other well-known people, usually, eventually, especially when they fall out of favor with the public, these things can come up. So that'd be interesting. However, I would be more concerned about. Oh, is that like a fingerprint? Excuse me. I'd be more concerned about there being public allegations against Hwasa along the lines of what I was just speaking about, but it being false because it's a projection from someone else. That would be my main concern with that type of energy. So yeah, because eventually they'll go from her, then they'll go to someone else to harass and get their fix from. Like, they'll just, it depends how far they want to take things. Okay, so career-wise, I'm not sure if she's going to be mentoring other people or essentially Four of Pentacles is reversed, so she's not the kind of person that keeps a lot to herself in terms of her resources. She's in a position of openly wanting to share and use that to benefit the people around her. So, for example, maybe that could be other trainees, maybe it's up and coming producers or online like creatives that she finds, pulling them into her work, and that you know, levels their career up. But it's like it's not like, oh, I'm doing this because I'm such a good person. No, that's how that other person would frame it for her. It's like a genuine interest in other people for who they are, not what they can give her, and not how it makes her look in terms of, oh, I'm so great, because I'm doing these things and helping these people. No. And it could also be like focusing a lot on her dancers, her team, treating people like you're equal. There's no like, well, I mean, in the business, I suppose there's the normal hierarchies and stuff of Korean culture, but yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good to me. I do think she has to be careful about oversharing her resources, though, with the Queen of Pence reversed, because I feel like she could do it to the detriment of herself at times in her career. So, that also kind of tells me in her career she could be a lot further along or more successful than she actually is because of this, but I don't see it as necessarily a bad thing. It's only bad when people take advantage of that, but when they do that, it exposes who they are. And then she doesn't have to deal with them anymore. But yeah. She's very good at spotting talent. Obviously, her career is very beautiful. Beautiful. So focus on her appearance. It's interesting that one has a mirror in it as well. So reflecting could be like nostalgia, looking back on things. I would not be surprised if she, like, I mean, idols do this all the time, but you know how they change up their appearance. She usually does have, like, black hair, though. Sometimes they'll do it by changing their hair color or their cut, so there could be something drastically different or creative that she does with her makeup or clothes in perhaps her next, like, whatever it is, next major project she's working on. Could be something a bit different. Could be very blingy though, because there's lots of like look, very blingy. This is very blingy. I'm not sure what you call them. Sequins or something. Something like that. Okay, so what else have we got? Yeah, she doesn't really like to fight people, so, which is funny because her energy, you would say she's confrontational, but she avoids unnecessary conflict or unnecessary competition. Competitive in a friendly way with the people around her, but not in a way that, yeah, it's not looking bad or anything. Decisive as well. So she knows when to stand up for herself and when not to, when to, you know, let things go or allow other people to kind of speak for themselves and just step away from a situation. The energy overall is a Queen of Swords, so logical. That's also connected to Libra, the Justice card, which is legal matters. So it could have some contracts coming up that are important things. Now, whichever way this goes with this contract, it will go in her favor. It'll be for her benefit. So, because that's upright. That doesn't always mean that it's the way we want it to go, but so keep that in mind. I always say when I'm looking at Justice, but that's Queen of Swords, but she is Justice, which is the energy I was getting from that. So it's worth a mention, that's for sure. Okay. We want to look at like personal things for her that are positive coming up. be another solo as well. Or like, it'd be a project she chooses or has wanted to do for a while. And it could also be something small where she's working with, you know, like I said, people she's curious about, but maybe they're not super famous or whatever. They're just like, she likes them, so she wants to work with them. But so I'm not sure how that'll go publicity wise for her, if it ends up, you know, monetarily where she takes a bit of a hit, which is fine. You know, she's doing what she wants to do. Okay, so what, is there something like more positive that you can show us for her personal life? Because we had a bit of drama, so I know we don't want everyone to worry. Look at that! 5, for fuck's sake. I told you that this was a good thing. She has people now. I know it's going to be good for her to feel these feelings and express them and to work through them and it's okay to be disappointed by a situation. It's okay to be upset. Because that person isn't, you know, they're not being fair. And the sun's reversed. Yeah, it's literally okay to be sad or depressed or unhappy in this situation. It's reminded me of like the child I was meant to be, which is in the Dark Mirror Oracle card. That's what this is reminding me of, the sun reversed. So I'm not sure if she started working from a young age or had a lot of responsibilities or just feels like, yeah, a little bit trapped in that way. Okay. So in terms of good things, yeah, nostalgia, childhood friends, or the people around her, soulmate, energy, children as well, directly connected could be. A King of Cups reversed. Yeah, this is like the overflow of emotion. So that's like, it's very healthy and good for you to connect to your emotions, to have a cry if you need to have a cry. But essentially what this is you're processing something that maybe you had avoided processing before. Because it's come back around, therefore it opens the wound again. But then you're kind of forced to face it in the mirror, like she's holding there with that beauty card. And there isn't, this card can sometimes indicate a separation, the Two of Cups reverse, but to me it's also no compromise, upright, healthy compromise coming together. This is like, we are never going to be on the same page here. And I have people behind me who are on the same page, who do support me, where they're literally like, she's the rabbit in that card, they're backing her up. And these are people who, you know, it's like we go way back, we have very strong connections with each other. So whatever's going on in her life, she's got something to fall back on. And that, yeah, again, that can be literal children as well. So I'm not sure if that's another thing she's thinking about, potentially, whether that's having children, working with children, or like charities, childlike things, being more playful, having fun. But again, this could be like, it could be a group of friends that she has, it could be the Mamamoo like group. But yeah, so overall that's what's positive about it. So essentially they just wanted to bring up the same situation, and they're like, no, this isn't bad. They're like, I know this is dramatic, but it doesn't mean that it's necessarily a terrible thing. It's coming up at a time where she's able to deal with it now, because she probably avoided it before. So the reopening of a wound to be dealt with. That's like that Medusa energy that you can call in for the Gorgons, that's it. Gorgon's protection. So when you deal with certain things, they're like, yeah, you know, getting trauma out of the body can cause you pain. Can be physical pain, can be mental pain. But, and I'm not saying that's specifically what this is, but you know, there's a process to dealing with things, and that's what's happening, and she has some good people around her, so that's basically the process of the 2022 period of Hwasa. Now I feel like we can go into, I can just pull up their profiles. Alright, now we're gonna have a quick look at the groups, like for this year. Okay. Sometimes the Three of Swords reverse can be a bit of holding on to a grudge, but it's usually like if they, I know they have been doing some solo stuff. I don't know how much they've been doing together recently, but that could be coming back together as well from a period of separation or having a break. Five of Cups is definitely here again. So yeah, we get it. They're around. They're supporting each other. I get it. They share in their sadness and they share in their happiness, you know, together. So also that tells me it's a new justice was gonna fucking show up. I knew it. I knew it. Excuse me. I knew it. Oh my god. Basically, that if there's any rumors about, you know how they did with 4 Minute and they were like, oh, all these people are jealous of Hwasa and it was hard to tell like what was true, what wasn't. Is this just all fabricated, like when the media pits the members against each other? If any of that stuff is happening, it's false, basically. Yeah, it's healthy for them to spend time apart and to do things. They have different interests and different goals and aspirations. That's normal. That's okay. It's human. So, but they will always come back together. So even after the group splits, like they'll find ways to come back together. They support each other. There's no like bad blood specifically. So I don't know if there's going to be any rumors along those lines, but I don't see that having any weight whatsoever in their actual relationships. Do friends fight when you spend that much time together? Of course you do, but there's no like, it's just like sisters, you know how sisters might argue and stuff in a family. Still care about each other. You don't always get along, right? But yeah, sometimes you just need that space to, you know, go off to university, go off and do your own projects, and then you come back and you're refreshed and everything feels much better. So Knight of Swords reverse, Justice reverse, Four of Cups, Three of Swords reverse. So yeah, I do see some sadness around them. There are 4 of them. Maybe there's going to be like a sad ballad or something. That could be this, but it's interesting because you got like one, I think it's a foxy wolf dude. One foxy wolf dude here who's got a rabbit who's trying to like, it's like how you know somebody's upset and you're like, I'll go make them their favorite meal, and then you kind of come in and you're like, oh, what, do I say anything? Do I just put it here? What do I do? It's a little bit of that energy, like trying to like help someone, but they're like focused off on this other thing that's upsetting them, like just like tentatively trying to just get a little bit closer, a little bit closer, and a little bit closer. Like, is it okay to come in now? So maybe there will be some kind of argument. And Justice reversed here usually indicates legal issues that are upsetting, breaches of contract or a break of a contract. Or to me, this is kind of like something you were promised something else and then, or it doesn't work out, and then someone else is like, hey, here's a bunny. I know you wanted I don't know, a ginormous bunny. Here's a little bunny instead. Oh, okay, I'm getting it now. I was like, why do I keep looking at this? It's like something's not clicking, Francine. essentially, this could be a project or something that fell through because of miscommunication and error in contract with the Knight of Swords reversed with Justice next to each other. Could be something technically was worded on wrong, or there was a technicality that made something fall through, but someone cowardly comes back around with the offer, and they're like, "Oh God, I've upset everyone. Now that we've fixed the problem, are you gonna like bite my head off, or is it okay now?" So hopefully that's more of a staffing issue rather than anything directly with them, but yeah, issues with the technicality probably here. But I don't see everyone separated. All the time. It indicates to me that there's probably some sort of group project. Yeah, look, Two of Cups upright wanted to come in. So that's a healthy compromise, healthy balance. You know, having that discussion of what we're going to do. And so however they move forward, it's for the mutual benefit of everybody involved, which looks good. And I feel like there could be issues with perspective, being stuck in a certain perspective, or that could also just be the group's image, like, oh, there's an expectation of us to be this particular way, and maybe they limit themselves creatively based upon perspective of what they should or shouldn't do, or who they should or shouldn't be as a group, or as solo artists, that kind of thing. So that would be interesting. Is there any last thoughts here with the group home? They're 4 of Wands. It's very successful. That means they work really well together. Usually a very peaceful dynamic. Of course, you know, arguments can happen. Family. So these are 2 things that are really important. And I did say children before. It'd be interesting to see as they do get older if any of them do have children, and if you almost kind of see them like with each other's kids and stuff like that as well. But maybe what and dreams. So maybe there is one of them specifically who, again, I can't remember how old they are. They could be, yeah. Yes, they would definitely be around that age, I think. Of like, ooh. And also maybe you've just got like sick family members and things, like you just want to spend more time at home or doing, preparing for certain things. Dreams and aspirations. Freedom, wanting to get out of this cage. What did I say? Perspective, boxing them in, right? So the limitations are of the mind. It can be overcome. Family is very important at this time. Answers are coming. So manifestations was reversed, and you've got answers. So I feel like the reason why things haven't happened, specifically in love life, if there's I'm not sure exactly who it would be. It's not showing me that. But someone could be like, why haven't I met my romantic partner that I want to be with? Why am I always single? Or what? You know, I'm trying to figure things out, because having a family and, you know, is one of the dreams that they have. So there are answers there around that. And this is more from a spiritual perspective. So it's not like... I don't think it would be like a medical thing. I feel like it's more getting in touch spiritually, being more aligned with yourself, and having that perspective of being able to look back and be like, if I had done that then, it really wouldn't have worked out. They, you know, ended up being a very toxic person or whatever it was. So, again, I'm not getting too much information on that, but that's fine. I don't really want to dive into it either, because I don't feel like I'm gonna get much on it. Alright, so thank you again for booking this reading over on Etsy. I did throw a little Mamamoo in there as well towards the end there. Besides just Hwasa. I like saying a name like that. I hope that it's not I don't know, I think it's cute. She's so cute. They're all so cute. So I hope you guys like this video. Again, check the Twitter account for updates on live streams and the upcoming like upload schedule. I'll try to get more on top of that. Now it's been a bit higgledy-piggledy because of the holidays, so hopefully we'll get on top of that again. And I'll see you guys in the next one. You can book readings on Etsy, and my social media is usually linked on the videos. So I'll see you later. じゃあね、バイバイ。